to trading proper and today is the 24th. I've been wanting to go live all morning. It's been one challenge or the other, since the start of London session, and I don't really know how I'm going to fix it. Except I had to wait a little bit or for a little time until the network is a bit good. But I'm not confused. I'm not convinced right now. I'm still a bit confused. But let's see. We might get lucky. Get lucky only if this thing does not set me to the category of starting it. I mean, it will just tell me that I'm starting. Say upcoming for me. Whereas I've started a live streaming and I had to end it. That is so abrupt. Okay. Yes, I think we are on. We are on. Live session is on. Let's get it down, trade some more. Make some dough. That's not my song. I'll just try to see what I can do and how to fix this. Okay, the only thing I think I'm going to do right now is the Telegram link. It's not hard. I'm just gonna put it here once and for all, so we can quickly forge ahead with trading, join our growing community. Honestly, I believe 2026 is going to be the beginning of the best for us. FX to the KG, yes, I'm in it. It's gonna be okay. Let me first of all look at the pair I have had my eyes on earlier today. That is GBP, JPY. Even though I had already taken a buy order, and I'm going to tell you why I took the buy order for GBP JPY. Okay. And the reason is that I was trying as much as possible to make sure I'm not in any way finding it difficult to handle or to trade. Now, the simplicity with which I have implemented, so far so good on my trading has been, I'm not gonna say so very encouraging, not just for me, but for the few friends that I have, in FX to the KG, and I believe that's the beauty of it. And know why you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. Have a why. Have a reason. One step, to the other, higher, not lower. Okay. And I must say with all of my heart that I love. It's not easy though. Unofficially, it's 20 years, and officially, it's 18 years, and that's a very good story to tell. Okay. So just a moment, I'm going to try as much as possible to start now, just to tell the few doing something meaningful. Okay. And I want to say big thanks to the original owner of this soundtracks. I could do with this. Honestly, I could do with this. You know, I know it's actually definitely going to get the mobile phone. I want to do it from my desk using a third-party app, and the app I've been using is actually Streamlab OBS. I don't really understand, what's going on and why this is happening. Okay. All right. I think I am, I'm okay with whatever it is that I'm doing. Just posted on my Telegram. Can we do that on X too? Just post a link. Friends, people need to know about this, and people really need to understand how the real Forex works. All right. And it's all about learning a craft comes before the lifestyle, and that's what we're trying to teach. I'm not teaching, we're trying to show, so to say. So I bet a lot of people don't understand how this works. How this works. We are live on YouTube right now. Now let's quickly get to work. Let's quickly do one or two. Want to see how far we can go, with doing this. See, nobody just got there all of a sudden. Okay, if you think there are people like that, even if you are getting it wrong, whatever you're getting it from, don't think you can ever so it takes a whole lot of patience. That's what I'm trying to teach people. Patience. Okay, a little bit of fun though, yes, so that it doesn't get boring. It's wrong with a little bit of fun. You catch the cruise. And for those watching, if you just stumbled upon, or if you just just use the link on the screen to use your phone camera or download Google Lens. Yes, that will guide you on how you can use the QR code on the screen on the top bottom left of the screen to become a member of FX Trader KG. It's simple. Or you can use the screen the link that is actually scrolling on the screen. Back to work. Now this is what I got. Okay, let me put it this way. Now this is what I got. All right, and I was hoping to that if it is possible that price, I'm sorry, we are not actually really getting it in 100%, right? But I think I will be able to put the horizontal rule, so that we can also still make some some sense out of it. I'm going to do it this way. Yeah, it's definitely going to be different on the chart, the way you're seeing it from the, now you see a little bit different, right? Okay, so let me delete this. We're still gonna generally, I look for places like this to the level, the little way that I understand accumulation and distribution. Okay, the little way with which I understand supply and demand, the little way with which I understand whatever it is that I understand. Okay, I thought when I looked at it and I said, okay, I think this, at this point we may begin to experience possible bullish move. Okay, and that's why actually what I actually have been doing, looking for opportunities around here. And so far so good. What I took was I think I took an entry around this point, somewhere around here. I don't know. Yeah, exactly around here. I think I took an entry around this point. Okay, and what I'm hoping is that price will just break out of all of this place and just shoot up, so that one can make reasonable profit from it as a forex trader trading GBP, JPY. All right, now another thing here is, while we are expecting this to happen, now let's quickly look at other ones. I also saw AUD JPY, and me seeing AUD JPY, if you look at it from the 1 hour chart, you would see that major bias is on the upside. Okay, on the upside from here to where we currently are. Okay, now let's do it this way. Okay, yeah, from here to where price currently is, so it's easy to understand what direction the price is. And if the bullish move had not ended, that means we are still going to be experiencing what we just experienced here, a pullback, then a continuation. Okay, a pullback and what, a continuation. I think we also did experience that here too, and a continuation. So I got I was like, possibly we are still going to see maybe some more bullish move here, and that had given me or made me to come down to a smaller time frame, like 5 and 15 minutes, where I always look for possible entries, real good entries. Okay, now look at it in a smaller time frame. Let me show it to you so that we can see. This is what we've seen, this is what we've had. Okay, this is it, another one. Then we had this. Now you see, right? But what I'm actually waiting for now at those points, for me to be able to confirm the entry, because when you look at the strength of the market, I think Australian dollar is stronger than Japanese yen, which makes AUD JPY to be buying, and I still will be looking for more buy opportunities. So now it is possible that I may get, or that that price may fall a little bit or drop a little bit before the final move. I'm not saying the final move, but before I can make an entry anywhere. Okay, before I can really make an entry anywhere around there. Okay, Now that's beautiful, right? So that's what I'm actually expecting. Now let me show it to you on chart, based on what my, do I have it here? Now look at it here. If you can see this, now look at it here. All right, like I was saying, so I'm actually just waiting for this to probably happen, and once it happens, all parameters are going to be set here. And then if it is not it, that is me, and that's my kind of trader. If all parameters are not set, in fact, let it move 1000 pips, I'm not going to jump into any trade. All right, so the little trades that I've been able to make even this week, I had to wait for it to set. So even if it goes against me, I know that according to my methodology, or according to my trading technique or system, or the approach which I have I am implementing into my trade, that I was able to wait for all parameters to be set. If it is bullish, if the original trend is bullish, they say the trend is your friend, then I only go for bullish or buy opportunities. And if it is bearish, I only do sell opportunities. All right, so that is it. Now let me quickly show you something. I don't just trade. Sometimes I could set the condition. All right, sometimes I could set the condition to trade anything it sees. All right, now that is where you are going to see more of arrows like this, more than, okay, let me just show you something. This is one US 500. Now this is US 500, right? Now this is XAU USD, that's gold. This is XAU USD. I'm coming. All right, this is US CHF, USD CHF. This is USD CHF. Now this is GBP CHF. Now this is GBP CHF. Now what am I trying to say? If you look here, you're gonna see the posture is aggressive. So that means we only have 4 aggressive trades, or 4 aggressive symbols that I could look at. Now 1 2 3 4. If it becomes 5, you're gonna see 5 here. So in fact, it happens here before it happens here. Now this like helps me to select the symbols that I need to look into. So that means it's not everything, and it is not that once it happens that it is going to remain like that. If others override it or overtakes it, you see those come up also. So it helps me to trade high probability trades. And thanks to, I always say thanks to Karen Fu, Bridget, all right, because from her mouth I learned high probability trades. All right, I get to understand it the more. All right, so that's good. So let's go back to and actually look at what other instruments do we have. Now let's quickly look at gold. All right, now this is gold. Now looking at gold from here, quite aggressive, right? But the condition has to be met before I start start trading it. So what am I waiting for? What am I expecting? I'm still coming back to GBP JPY though. All right, so now from here, the move downward has really not been completed. Let me show it to you again. From here, the move is supposed to go further or lower down. Like from here, the move has not been completed. For me, I'm not in control of the market. I don't have monopoly over the market, but I'm just trying to say, based on what I've been able to program or put together, okay, the move has not been completed. So which means I am going to wait a little bit. Probably this move we could see experience further downward move of XAU USD, possibly. Okay, like I said, please mark my word, possibly. I'm not saying it has to compulsorily do that, because I'm not that kind of a person. I don't have monopoly, and nobody has monopoly over the market, but you only use what you have. Experience has taught me to only use what you have to get whatever it is that you want. Okay, so all right, so that is it. So we wait until this move is completed. So once it is complete, then we start looking for possible, buy opportunities. That is if XAUUSD remains bullish, if the original buyers, in the bigger picture remains bullish. All right, so that is that about that. Now again, this takes me to my favorite GBP JPY for now. All right, like I said, still expecting price to do what, to find its way up, because that is where making the money is, from, or where making the money is at for me. All right, so if one can do that, if it is something that one can, if it is achievable by GBP JPY, definitely it means smiling to, yeah, it means smiling to the bank. That's for me as first to the KG, and that's what I am going to do. All right, so that's what we have, and that is what we've been doing, and that is what we are going to continue to do, to build more on this, to learn the word patience, and also to be dedicated to whatever course we find ourselves, yes. So I think I had to, so we still have 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 tradables, right? And USD. Okay, let's look at USD JPY. Now you see, right? You see, this is it. Be buying and I will be selling. So that's why I coined the idea of, if it is not it, then it is not it. Even if it moves 10 pips, 5 pips, yes, you should be satisfied that you are following the direction of the market. Okay, what other one do we have? I think GBP CHF, right? And US 500. So let's look at GBP CHF. All right, it just loaded. I think it's preparing to buy. Now see, even from the 1 hour time frame. Now let's look at it from the bigger time frame to like 4 hours. See, 4 hours just did a pullback. So that means it's possible that there'll be a continuation from where price currently is. Now, how about we also look at it from the daily time frame? Daily time frame, is what daily time frame is doing is price had just moved from this point. Okay, after this confirmation, price action, right? Now look at what price had done, and just experienced a very short, in the daily time frame, a very short retracement or a pullback, and it actually happened around this liquidity base here. That was where price dropped. Okay, yeah, that was where price, that was the bottom where price dropped or bottomed at. Which get my entries from the very a very good point. All right, so updated, right? Just wait and watch this AUD. Like I said earlier on, it always updates from the here. That's actually how I programmed it. Okay, it's going to update. This is going to be updated anytime soon. It may take seconds, it may take minutes, it may take minutes. Okay, it's gone out. I think it's not that solid. Okay, I want us to be there while it happens. So for now, while we are waiting, I want us to see, how that works. In 2026, I'm not going to be doing, all of these explanations again. Once there is an entry